in our night garden. So 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Claps for appearing. Night 15. And at least we have more green on the table. Things are looking nice. How was your day? I hope you had a good day, a productive day, as you had planned. My day was good. I got to accomplish what I needed to work on for the day. And now it's time to just come sit with my plants, talk with my plants, look at how they are growing, studying their performance, looking at what I may need to start again or what needs to be transplanted. So it's a nice day. So welcome to this hourly light garden. And can you believe it's been 15 days appearing in the garden? And night 14 was special. Oh my. Night 14 was special. Night 14, it rained like crazy. It rained like crazy. So today, no rains yet. I don't know if it will rain at night, but the weatherman said by Wednesday we should be having the sun. So I don't know whether it will rain at night. It looked like it would rain in the evening, but then it didn't rain. So we enjoyed some good sun during the day. And I can see that the sunflowers have even become stronger. If you look at them, you remember they were looking, they were like lying on each other. Now they are straight. They are becoming stronger. Stronger and stronger by the day. So today I have quite a number of things to do. Whatever I will not be able to finish today, again, we'll just do it tomorrow. As we continue waiting patiently for our crops to grow, for our plants to grow, and just populating our garden with nice things and nice flowers. So I've got sugarcane, we've got corn to plant, sugarcane to plant. I've also got some garlic. Finally, I got some garlic. I remember to get some garlic because I'm using a lot of zero-cost seeds in the garden. So this is the garlic. I'm hoping we can do, we'll have the spring onions, the red bulb onions, the garlic. Then I also have seeds for leeks. I have harvested leeks. I have just like a few in the garden outside there. But now, okay, we will deal with the garlic first. I get a nice wide container, something nice and deep to grow the garlic. Then, if you can also start leeks so that we can have the red onions, the spring onions, garlic, and leeks. So we'll just add them to our list. To our list of plants. So today is day 15. Then I also got to extend my table this side. Just a DIY. I'm hoping to bring on more succulents. I had mentioned before that succulents are so important. Those are the only plants that have been going, keeping the garden green during the long hot, dry periods we experience here. The succulents do as well. The succulents, the aloe vera, the snake plant, the passion, those ones perform well. So I've got a number of succulents. I'm hoping to increase my collection because at least when it is dry, for the succulents, we can enjoy a nice garden. It's beautiful. Then it's also important to have a variety of plants because now you create it's like you create an ecosystem in your garden that bees love to come, the butterflies love to come, the birds love to come, and when they come, it means there is good pollination. So I'm happy I just created a DIY here. I just put some small plants on the side here and to the opening outside. Yesterday I tried to show you outside here, but lighting was not good. Where I have my container for the fermented tea for our plants. So they are just plants I've placed there. Then I got something flat, like the top of the table, placed it there. So here you can expect to see some more beautiful plants. today they didn't get rained on. I think I need to get some water. But there's something that has affected one watermelon seedling. One is strong, but the other one, I cannot understand what happened to it. So I may need to also plug in another one for the watermelon. For the beets, okay, the soil is not dry, but the top looks like it's cracked. So that's why I was going to look for my water bottle. To get some watering done. Then the corn, which is there. Yesterday you did not see the corn. It was elsewhere, and it got some heavy beating from the rain. So I will show you. Let me add some more water here. So we are doing good. Got my water refilled. Wow. For me, garden time is some nice relaxing time with the plants. Okay, we have the garlic, we have the corn, which I want to do the corn together with when you're planting corn, I'd like to do some companion planting. You can do corn and sunflower, you can do the normal corn and beans, corn and the corn, beans and the pumpkin. So what I have at the moment is the beans from my seed bank. I have some little beans that I saved, which is good because the beans will fix the nitrogen that the corn needs. Then I will plant. Our container is not that wide. But I did get another container. I have already filled it with the soil. Today I rushed to fill it with soil before it starts raining, because if it starts raining crazily, it becomes hard to even go to the garden. So that one is already filled. Then I have soil ready here, just on the side here, to fill so that we can grow our sugarcane. But then can you imagine this? Look at this. So it's already showing the green. This one should be planted immediately. Needs to be planted immediately to get it going. You see? I don't think yesterday I gave an update. So it looks like this. So for some, they don't have to do the two growth buds here and here. You can even do one. It will still grow. Because now when I'm planting it, this one I will not cover. So you can plant it like this. Then you'll just have to wait for this one to, this other one to come up, or like this. And somehow not cover this one. It will find its way up. It will angle its way up following the light. So the container is ready. The container is ready. We have 2 containers ready for sugarcane, and sugarcane takes a long time to grow. So it will be past our 90 days, but it will be a nice experience to see how everything turns out. Because depending on the variety, it will go even up to 2 years. And now also we want to grow them in containers, like to just see if you have a small space, you don't have a big garden outside where you can plant your, just do your home gardening, see how things grow. If you can use containers and if you get good sugarcane, that will be nice. So I'm going to start with the easy one, which is the corn. If you don't get to do the garlic, it means we have to push it to another day. So I want to bring the other one here. Get the corn from there. container is so heavy. The container is so heavy. So I'm thinking maybe I don't put it on the table, I put it. I got a bench. I'm thinking that would be a little bit easy because lifting it up to the table is wow. Finally. That will be good enough. So let me get the beans from the seed bank. These are beans from my seed bank. And they still have the dates. They have the dates. Look at that. Let me show you. It says how am I going to hold it so that you can see? 2020. Look at that. (2020). So I saved a few of them. Wow. 2020. And they're still looking good. Look at that. From the seed bank. So, just a few. And I remember when I shared the video for the beans. A lot of the beans we enjoyed the green beans when they are still green. They were not dry. I shared a video. Yes, they were not dry, so we enjoyed. So just a few were left in the garden. And was it this type of, I've planted this. There's another light brown variety, but I know I shared a video, so you can watch the video for the beans. It was a very small area, and it was this first block of the garden, but I got so a very good harvest from a small space. From a small space, I got a good harvest. I really enjoyed having the beans. I remember we harvested beans, we harvested zucchini, we harvested tomatoes, we had beetroots. What else did we have? So I made a very colorful meal. We harvested carrots, just from a small space, and we got to enjoy even radish. We harvested radish. This time round, I don't know what's up with the radish, but we'll see. So we really enjoyed them. So I hope you have a seed bank. To save your seeds. So I'm always updating our records, and even for the blog. So I work with what I have in the garden, and the soil is wet because it rained heavily yesterday. That is why it looks like it has some hard clamps. It's because it's wet. So it's time to get the corn. And I have something that I use to just, oh, you've been seeing this on my desk, on my table. You've been seeing this on my table. So today I want to show you what I use. It's the stick of an old mop, so it broke. So I use it in the garden. It helps me a lot. Instead of using my fingers to reach in when I'm transplanting, because when you use your finger, sometimes it will scratch, especially the skin on this side. And it will be painful for some day, because even if the soil is soft, but if you keep on doing a large area just using your finger instead of something stronger like a stick, it will scratch you. So this is my DIY. my DIY in the garden. So simple things around the garden, just what I can get. As I continue, I will get more. So this is what I use to just do like that. And like it creates a perfect hole, a perfect planting hole. It creates a perfect planting hole. So I just screw it in like that. It's a perfect planting hole. I don't know whether you can see. How I get to create some perfect. Look at that. So when I'm taking the corn from here to here, I will just put it in without disturbing the roots, because I've created a hole. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just the right size. You see? So that's what I do. It creates a perfect planting hole. Look. So you see this. So I love doing my DIY in the garden. So this one helps me, especially if I have plants with very long tap roots, and I don't want to bend it, so I just make it deep. Screw it deep inside, and you have a hole there. So nice. So I'm going to populate this planting container with like 4 of them. That looks crowded, but it will be enough. I'm guessing 4, because 4 will not be too much. 4 will not be too much for it, and also it's deep. It's not the 10-liter container. The 10-liter container is like this one on the table, the ones with the flower. Where will I get? The 10-liter container is like this one. This one is 20. This one is a 10-liter that I cut like this to create the planting, a deep planting container. So here, 4 will not be too much for it. And then we need to plant them at least a good number, so that when the wind is blowing, there can be pollination. Because if you plant, if you don't have like, because it would be good to even get another one, so that there are 2, so that we have 8, and we have 1 container, and we place another one by the side, or like 3 of them. If I get another one, I will plant, so that when the wind blows, there can be good pollination, and we can get some nice crops that are filled. So I'm going to use, I'm going to put only 4 instead of 3. I think 3 would be ideal, but I want to do 4 because it's not the small container, and there's enough space for the roots to grow and reach down and get the nutrients. Then I'm going to plant the beans. The beans are just going to do the work of fixing the nitrogen, giving strength to our corn. So the corn was outside and you saw how mad the rain was. So I lost quite a number of them. I will share the video. I'm hoping tomorrow. But then these ones are good enough. So what I do, let me reach down and get one. I want to push it up well as a block. Let me just give the roots some water, because now they're going to a new environment. They need to survive. Look at that. See? Without cutting the roots. So let me just wet the space. And in goes the root, even if it is long, because of my DIY screwing planter. That's it. So I don't get to mess with the roots. Another one. Look at the roots. So I will water them again, but I'm just ensuring that deep down already it's meeting some nice moist environment. Like that. So there are some that I planted in the field today. Later in the evening, look at that again. So we let the roots meet with some it has to go down straight. That. So one more is good enough for. What do you think about the spacing? I see one more is good. One more is good, just as I had calculated. One more is good. Wow, look at that. So without snapping the root, and look at how long the root is already, and it's just been a few days. So that's why for fun you can plant it directly in the field. You don't have to start it in the planting trays. Direct sowing is good enough for corn. So I'm thinking I will need to look for another container because of the need to get them well pollinated. When the wind blows and they are close together, there's good pollination. And that is it for corn. Now we get some bean seeds to cover the container well. So because you can harvest the bean seeds even when they are green, so they will cover the container well and supply the nitrogen that is needed. I don't want to touch inside there with the, because I've managed to maintain a good seed bank for my brown beans. So I don't want to touch them with any moisture. I don't want to get moisture into the container. Now for the beans, how I'm going to plant them. Because these ones we can harvest before the maize. They don't have the issue with the spacing that much. So I want to select some. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let me just get 9. Okay, that is 10. It decided it wants to multiply. I'm so happy about my seed bank. So that one I don't need to use my DIY screwing planter because they are not going that deep. If I plant them too deep, it means they will lose the vigor to come up. So they will do a good job. Just cover the container. And to supply the nitrogen. Let's see if those ones will fit or I've taken too much. That is just like 1.5 inch deep. So I won't return this too. I'll just try to look for space inside here. Space right there. Wow, the time is far much gone. So those are the bean seeds. And our corn is good. And just to cover them. The soil is wet. So that's good enough. Once it gets full sun position, which means I'll have to take it outside. Then I can bring it in when I need to give the update. So that, because corn needs some good sun and watering, that will be good enough. Then I will also top it up with my compost. Then there are some people who also use the other synthetic fertilizers. The issue with synthetic fertilizers is that you are not supposed to overuse. But then if you can amend your soil, you can use the composts, you can use the manure, you can use fertilizer tea, you can use the banana peel fertilizer, the fermented tea. At least you will not like degrade your soil. It will not become acidic. Then I also have ash from the charcoal jiko, which you just sprinkle to ensure that the container maintains a good pH. But then when you're growing it like this, at least we know that the beans will do the good job of fixing the nitrogen. So there's not so much big demand about fertilizing, but you can use just a small quantity of the synthetic if you want, but good if you use the, I have compost, I have very little manure, some are very small quantity, but I know compost, I do have enough, and the fermented tea. So that's what we'll be using in greater quantity than relying on, instead of relying on the so much on the synthetic fertilizer. Now we have garlic to do, and we have the sugarcane. So for the remaining corn, that will go to the field, to the main garden, the second block, where there is I have the groundnuts flowering. I do have some, there is also some other corn I planted and some beans. I have sweet potatoes there, and there is also a passion fruit tree there, which is already flowering, and I'm so happy. And it's, wow, it will be a nice surprise to bring a fruit from the one I shared a video. The one I planted at the entryway, which has been giving me the yellow fruits, and this one is giving me a different type of fruit. So it will be nice to now have two different types of fruits in the same area. It will be so nice. And by the way, the one I planted at the gate is already flowering again because of the heavy rains. So we are doing good. We are doing good. So I'm just updating the pointers for the blog. So I don't know if we can start on, because we have an hour in the garden. I don't know if we can start on the sugarcane, or the time is the time is well spent. But I was ready to plant the because I have the soil here, the container is ready, everything prepared. But now the time is gone and I want to give an update so that you can see what is happening. So I will put it down. Tomorrow it will have to go outside. And at least I will choose days. And by the way, the strawberry is not here. There is a good update that you need for the strawberry. It is outside. So tomorrow I will give an update for the strawberry. Let me give an update for what we have here. So we'll not plant the garlic. The hour is much gone. I don't know how I get to spend so much time. Oh my, oh my. So I want to set you up. So that you can get a close look at what is going on. Oh, so today we are recording something for the... Today we are recording something for the transplanting now. We have the first the first transplanting for the corn. So today is day 15 plus so I've recorded. I'm trying to see how I should hold the book so that day 15, so this is the space for transplanting, plus now the brown beans, so that we can know when we started. So that's good enough. Time is well spent, so we'll just get on to the updates and set you. Okay, so this is our sunflower. Look at that. They are now strong. They got the good sun. Remember how they were they were looking weak because they got some good beating from the rain. Look at that now. Then there's something that happened to my, this is watermelon. And you see this one is good enough, but this one, so it means I'll have to look for, and I think there is someone, there is another one. See, I'm saying someone. There's another one here. And here, look at this. Aha. So right here, you see here and here. Aha, and here. Oh, and that one there. So for the sunflower, look at the leaves. This is good enough to go to the field. So I will take a majority of them outside, then we can do the sunflower. Then these are the, this is container, this container 5, huh? This is container 5 with the onions. So I started just a few seeds. This is our sugar cane. Look at that. So it means the time is not on our side today for the hour. Consumed by the corn. So the rest of the corn is going to the field. Then for the tomatoes, this is container 1. Container 1 had the carrots, beetroots, and tomatoes. So for the carrots, you see this? Today is day 15. And this space looks like the soil is wet, but it looks like a crack, so it's good just to wet the surface. It's not deep watering, just keeping it moist, so that if there is there are more that want to emerge, they can find an easy job to just come up, because they were out. There was a time during the day the sun was hot. So looking good for the tomatoes. Look at that. This is the cabbage. The cabbage, I planted it together with, you see, these are the spring onions. The cabbage is together with the, let me just see. Yes, for container 6, the spring onions and the cabbages. So we already updated our records for the spring onions. It's updated, so we are good. For the radish, I started some more, because these ones are not looking good. So I started some more, and then we'll just see what will happen. And I'm thinking there are also some creatures that just invaded and destroyed some of them, because look at this, it's like it's cut. So it happens sometime in the garden, but now I've already started some more. This is cucumber, and for cucumber I was expecting a better rate of germination, not what we are seeing here. Then for this container we had 4 of them. Remember, we had okra, we had cucumber, eggplants, and radish. And look at this here. So we need to record. We recorded for eggplants. Yeah, we recorded. So that is it. This is also container 3 with some radish. Container 3 has radish, has the capsicum and the cauliflower. So look at this. So I started more radish again. And the leaves of the white radish and the other cherry red, they just look the same. That is why planting them together, you wouldn't know who is who. So it's good that we labeled the container. Then for the strawberry, I'll give an update tomorrow. And this is the corn. So we'll also have to do the garlic and the sugar cane. Everything is set because I knew I needed to do the corn, because if it overgrows here, the roots are becoming constricted. You saw how long the roots were when I was showing you. So they need to go to the field or wherever they need to now set base and just grow. So that will be it for night garden 15. At least today we accomplished our first transplanting. We did some companion planting, and the sunflower is looking stronger and the rest of them are looking stronger. So the only thing that we need to work on is the radish, which we've already planted some more seeds. So it's just waiting for them to emerge. So thank you so much for joining me night 15. We still have quite some time to go, but it is nice that we have been able to cover all those other nights. It is a journey of patience to just grow and learn about the plants and experience them, and the challenges in the garden. So my flowers are still looking good in water. I just changed the water, and even the others on the other side that I still need to transplant. The time goes so fast when you start talking about the plants. And now I want to say have a wonderful day. For me it is a good night from my night garden. And see you tomorrow for night 16.